I saw my older brother trying to open a water bottle for his crush. His arms were shaking and his crush laughed to his best friend. "Garrett's so weak, I should have asked you for help instead." I felt bad for him, so that night I put on One Punch Man to cheer him up. By the end of the episode, his eyes were sparkling. If Saitama can go from weak to invincible, so can I. I just need to train like him. Garrett started the next morning, doing 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and a 10-kilometer run, and within 2 months, his arms had definition, and his chest filled out his shirts. His crush started watching him do pull-ups at the gym, and she'd ask about his anime workout. He'd flex and quote Saitama, "I'm just a guy who's a hero for fun." We all cheered him on, but then I found Garrett punching concrete walls. "I'm removing my limiters," he'd explain, wrapping them in bloody gauze. He passed out mid-squat in the garage a week later. I begged him to take rest days, but he just dropped into another set. Saitama never rested. When he hit 220 pounds, he started walking up to strangers, asking them to test his power level, but all of them hit the ground before Garrett even broke a sweat. He'd walk away disappointed every time looking for someone bigger. So when Garrett spotted a cop built like a freight train on the shoulder of the road, he pulled over, foaming at the mouth, saying, "This is my moment," and was out of the car before I could grab him. The cop drew his weapon when Garrett raised his fists at him. "Drop your hands, get on the ground," Garrett screamed. "One punch is all I need," and charged towards him. The first shot hit his thigh, but he kept going. The second tore through his shoulder, and the third punched into his spine as he fell. I was already screaming and running toward him as Garrett laid on the ground with blood pooling fast. I'm supposed to be invincible, just like Saitama. Garrett is paralyzed from the chest down now, and his massive arms shake every time he tries to open a water bottle. They called me Dead Boy because I smiled when I bled. Before the pit, I was the most boring person at my high school. Not shy, not awkward, just empty. Teachers forgot my answers before I finished talking. Girls looked through me like I was made of glass. I ate lunch alone for 2.5 years, and not a single person ever asked to sit with me. I wasn't sad about it. That was the scary part. I felt nothing about anything. I didn't want friends. I didn't want hobbies. I wanted to feel something, anything, even if it was pain. That's the headspace I was in when I found out about the pit. Underground fights every Friday behind the old Walmart. No refs, no rules, just 2 kids beating each other while rich kids bet their parents money. I went to watch. I left with a split lip and $300, and for the first time in my life, I felt alive. My first opponent was a kid named Darius. Won 6 fights in a row, biceps the size of my head. The organizer Bruce looked at me like I was already dead. "You sure? Darius doesn't stop when you tap." Good. The fight started, and he hit me so hard my vision went white. I hit the ground, tasted concrete and blood. The crowd was laughing, but I got up. He hit me again. I got up again. By the 4th time, nobody was laughing. Darius was breathing hard. I was smiling with blood in my teeth. "You done?" I asked. He hesitated. That's when I learned the secret. Fighting isn't about being stronger. It's about wanting it more. And nobody wanted it more than someone who had nothing else. I caught him with a right hook while he was catching his breath. Bruce had to pull me off. Word spread fast. The kid who wouldn't stay down. The kid who smiled when he bled. Dead Boy. By week 12, I was 12-0. Kids from other schools came just to watch. Then Victor showed up. A legend. Graduated 2 years ago. Undefeated at 14-0 when he left. Rumor was he put someone in a coma once. Rumor was he came back specifically because of me. Because I was about to break his record. Bruce hyped it for weeks. $2 grand to the winner. Biggest pot in pit history. The night of the fight, I couldn't even get close